Hi guys. Hi folks, Harry here, and today's video is going to be a massive classics book haul. So the other day I received loads of parcels filled with 30 books, and 23 of them happened to be classics. Some of the ones that weren't classics were A Court of Silver Flames, Gwendy's Button Box, some older Stephen King editions, and a couple of Murakami as well. But today I'm just going to focus on the classics. A lot of people don't know that I really do love classic literature. I absolutely love my English GCSE that I'm doing at the moment. Right now we're studying Jekyll and Hyde. I'd also love to do an English literature A-level, and I would love to study English literature at university as well. So I absolutely love classic literature because it formed modern literature, so I think it's really important to appreciate. But before we get into the haul, I want to start a new thing on my channel where we just do a question of the day. So today's question of the day is, which music artists are you most obsessed with at the moment? For me, massive fan of Taylor Swift, and recently BTS. Absolutely obsessed. Okay, let's just get on with the video. So I'll start off with the modern classics, which I count as anything past World War I. So the first one is Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin, which I have already read and I absolutely loved it. This book is revolutionary for the LGBTQ plus genre in literature. Books like Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda and Call Me By Your Name just wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Giovanni's Room. This book follows a bisexual man called David in the 1950s who meets a man called Giovanni who he falls in love with. It's just absolutely amazing. It's 150 pages. The writing style is really easy to get into, and I would highly recommend this for people wanting to get into classics. Next up, we've got Breakfast at Tiffany's by Truman Capote. I absolutely love the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's, so I'm guessing I'll love the book too. Then we've got the one that I think I'm most excited to read, and that is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I really want to read this, and then after I've read it, I will watch the 1940 Hitchcock movie, then I'll watch the 2020 Netflix adaptation, which is probably really bad, but I'm really intrigued in this story. I'm very excited. Then last up for the modern classics is The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. These are, I think, all 7 books in one volume, and I'm really excited. I love the first Narnia movie. I haven't watched any of the rest of the movies and I haven't read any of the books. So I'm really looking forward to see what this story is like in written form. Okay, we're done with the modern classics. Let's get into the classics. I'm going to start it off with Jane Eyre in this really disgusting edition that does not represent Jane Eyre in any shape or form. This is not the edition that I ordered, so it's disappointing and it's really disgusting. But it's the book that counts, and it's got amazing font, so can't really complain too much. Okay, so the rest of them are in Wordsworth Classic editions, and these editions you can find for £2 each on Amazon, so it is a steal. The font size is relatively small, depending on which book you get, but they're really cheap and affordable, and they're great ways of just owning physical copies of classics if you don't have too much money to spend. So for someone like me who doesn't exactly have an income because I'm only 14, these are really great for me because whenever I get my hands on some money and I want to spend it on books, I can buy these really cheap editions. So I'll start off with some Dickens. I got Oliver Twist, Hard Times, Tale of Two Cities, A Christmas Carol, and the chonker that is Bleak House. I just wanted to get into some Dickens, and I think this is a good place to start. I also have Great Expectations, which I'll probably read first in a different edition, but these are the Wordsworth Dickens editions that I got. Next up, we've got some Jane Austen, and I have never actually read any of Jane Austen's books, which is kind of shocking considering that I love classics as much as I do, but I have got Pride and Prejudice and Emma. I've heard very good things about both of these, especially Pride and Prejudice, so I'm really excited to get into these. I've also got Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. This is one of my most hyped classics that I still haven't read, so I'm really looking forward to getting to this one. Next up, we've got some Thomas Hardy. I'm currently reading Tess of the D'Urbervilles, so I thought I might as well get some of his other books, just in case. I really love his writing and I'm craving more of it. So I got Far from the Madding Crowd and The Mayor of Casterbridge. Besides Tess of the D'Urbervilles, I would say these are Thomas Hardy's most famous books. So if I like Tess of the D'Urbervilles, which I am currently kind of enjoying, it's a bit wordy, but it's not a problem, I will get into these. And these are probably my favourite Wordsworth classic covers. Like, they've just got really nice, like, painted styles. I really like these. Next up we've got some gothic horror. So I've got my own copy of Jekyll and Hyde because I don't actually have my own copy of it even though I'm studying it for school. And I've also got the Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. I'm really enjoying Jekyll and Hyde. I'm on like chapter 8 and it's fantastic. And Picture of Dorian Gray, I'm just really intrigued. Then we've got some Virginia Woolf. So I've got Mrs. Dalloway and To the Lighthouse. I've heard that To the Lighthouse is one of the best novels ever written, and I've heard that Mrs. Dalloway is a really good book to kind of get started with classics. So I'm hoping these will be like relatively easy reads. They're both very short, like a little bit over 100 pages each, and I'm very interested in Virginia Woolf. So next up we've got some chonkers, and this one is The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. I am really excited to get into this. It's 1,000 pages long and I'm terrified of it, but people have only said good things about it. I can't find any negative opinions on this book, so I'm really looking forward to getting into this, even though I probably won't read it for another few years because I'm so intimidated by the length of it. So finally, I've got 3 more books, and these are all Russian classics. So I've got Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky, which I'm really looking forward to. And we've got 2 Leo Tolstoy books. I would say these are his most famous books. I've got War and Peace and Anna Karenina. War and Peace is about 1,000 pages, and it's got really small font, so I'm really not looking forward to reading this. And Anna Karenina, I've just heard it's a must, so might as well read it. I'm not even going to attempt to hold all of them up, but these are just the Wordsworth editions. I'm going to try and hold all of these up. Whoa! Okay, so that is my classics book haul. Let me know if you've read any of these books in the comments down below, because I'd really like to know. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big fat thumbs up, and please consider subscribing for more bookish content from me. Remember, the question of the day is, who is your current favourite music artist? All of my social media links are in the description below, and I will see you next time with a new video. Goodbye.